trouble.
No, okay.
I could, really serious trouble. Legal trouble, because part of the council's...
You've signed an NDA or something?
Correct. So they've said, you can't discuss it.
And what was the NDA? So you keep the pension? So you get a pension?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, bruv.
I have to be very careful about what I say to it. I'm not allowed to talk about it. I really am not. So I can't discuss it. I can't discuss it with the media. I've always wanted to have my say
Against it, yeah.
which I've never had. Never been allowed to have. Never been allowed to say goodbye to my staff. Was just told to leave. So I worked there nearly 20 years, and never got a card, never got a goodbye.
This whole thing was just used. The whole thing was used,
yes,
to push them in.
And hijacked, and by the right of the political, I'm quite a political person, by the right and the left, it was hijacked and spun all out of proportion, and now we've got problems.
But essentially what I've got...
So what you'll meet is a wall of silence.
What a mess.
It is a mess, but it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy for Bailey. I'm not sure Jamal will get anything out of this ever in his life, positive out of it either, necessarily. He might have got a few silver coins from Judas, but that's about it. You know, that's it.
The thing is that the incident happened 6 weeks prior, or weeks prior. And then on the same day at the same time, I've looked at the timings, the GoFundMe set up, the statement's released.
Now you see you're putting a picture together.
And then they built it up.
I couldn't comment on that, but you've got a picture there.
And built it up as a racist incident.
Correct.
He's Syrian, he's English.
Correct.
Job done.
Already, that's gold, yeah? I know that's gold. All I hope that's recorded. I can't turn a computer on. So I just pray that's got the audio and the visual, and it's not pointing up there, that we've got it, because that was the head teacher, and that's the first visit, and I know this is going to work. So I now know, just off that, I didn't think he'd talk. I thought he'd shut the door in my face. He didn't. He seemed like he wanted to talk. There's a lot he wants to say. So, but yeah, let's go. Next stretcher. It's exciting.
Was there a racism problem in the school? And
well, no, I don't think there was.
What about other Syrian refugees? Like, do you think what happened to Jamal in the school was because he was a Syrian refugee?
No, not at all. I told you before that would have happened if the child was white, big, blue, whatever colour.
They're all scared.
Yeah. We've all got careers, aren't they? I work for probation service now.
You do now?
Yeah. So I don't know where I stand with it. If I go, I could lose my job.
What about if... No, and I wouldn't...
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get it, bro.
I work for probation service now. You see, if I didn't work for...
You see, if you were someone...
If I didn't work for the fucking public sector no more, I'd say they can go fuck themselves. They can't... You know what I mean?
So they seem to be pretty keen on these NDAs?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Deputy Council. But I can't disclose that with you.
Like what?
Loads. I'm saying I can't disclose it because I signed it.
That incident was talked about by Theresa May at a G20 summit. Somebody asked her a question about it. We were then Ofsteded by 5 of the top inspectors in the country. Then only send 1 registered inspector. We had the head of safeguarding. I had Amanda Spielman, the head of Ofsted, speaking to me about it. If you want my honest opinion, they said, get up there, I don't know who they is, get up there and shut that school. Get up there and get rid of this.
Get rid of the problem, over the Bailey.
Correct.
Over Jamal.
Correct. Get up there and get rid of it.
But why do you think that is? Like, do you think, because I looked at Jamal, because he came here 2 years ago, I've got so many negative things said about him now by so many people. Like, I mean so many. Well, I mean, I've got children at school.
I've said it to you before. We had 9 Syrian children, 9 families.
Yep.
We only had 1 issue.
But my view is that you won't get much of an answer out of Rob because he worked there and he's bound by various confidentiality. So
non-disclosure agreements. Did he get paid as well?
I'm not going to comment.
They all have. Every teacher got paid not to tell the truth. But the head teacher can't even talk about Jamal at all.
No, neither can I.
Neither can you. What's your name?
Well, if you work it out, it must be a good one, mustn't it?
Oh yes. So, did you work there as well?
No, I was the chair of governors there. But so it's not.
What my issue is?
You're not going to get anywhere. Really.
No. Yeah.
And Rob wouldn't talk to you either. So it's.
They're trying to.
It's pointless me even giving you.
I told the truth.
your contact details.
Okay.
It wouldn't work with it.
I told the truth about what happened that day.
I am not even arguing.
His life was destroyed
Well, that's not fair either, is it?
as a racist bully, and he weren't.
And he wasn't.
I
You
know.
and I both know that.
I know.
Unfortunately, the truth is just...
How much money is it?
I can't see the figure because if I see the figure, it goes out.
Because, mate, 18.
I've just found out, well, the head teacher's told us already that he was blackmailed and threatened. I've just found out of Kumar, he was paid £18,000. Paid, he said, I can't say, shh. I signed, I was paid. I said, paid what? He was paid money by the local council, so he can't tell the truth about what's gone on in that school. They've given everyone non-disclosure agreements, from school staff to governors, and Paul Kumar to get £18,000. He's not even involved. If you live here, if you live in this area, your tax money, he's got 18 grand. What must the head teacher have got? He must have got 6 figures. How much money have they spent on this lie?
We put in a freedom of information request to Kirklees Council to find out exactly how much they had spent of taxpayers' money to get the silence of their staff. They didn't answer the first request. They avoided the second. Only when we sent them legal letters, because they have to by law answer these questions, did we get our answer. They had spent over £250,000. Nearly £275,000 of taxpayers' money was spent making people remain silent.
But they've spent money silencing everybody, so no one can ever, this is forever, once you sign that agreement, no one can ever tell the truth, while they pushed this manufactured lie that destroyed lives, schools, communities, everyone's life. I've seen life after life after life, person after person's life destroyed, while the council, your local council, Kirklees Council, give away hundreds of thousands of pounds to make sure that the truth can never be told. I can't believe it. I knew from day dot, I asked myself the question, when this was blowing up and I knew the truth, I kept saying, how come no teacher's telling the truth? If all those teachers know what's gone on in that school, how come none of them are coming out and saying, well, now we know. Now the whole world's going to know. Because Kirklees Council paid them not to. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Jamal was in your year?
Yeah, he was in the same years.
What was Jamal's attitude like at school?
He wasn't very nice. He called female teachers bitches. He just didn't really have respect for the female students, to be honest. Yeah, basically we were in a PE lesson and we were playing hockey with a teacher called Mr. Cattell, and I had taken the hockey puck off of Jamal because I was on the other team and sent it to the other side of the room where my teammates were, and I then turned around and just felt a really sharp pain in my back, and he'd swung the hockey stick over his head and hit me in the spine with it.
Do you think there's any way that could have been an accident?
No. It knocked me to my knees.
It knocked you to your knees? How long had Jamal been at school when this happened?
About 2 weeks. I've had lasting injuries from it. It's caused me to have severe pain in the top of my back, and I'm on medication for the pain.
Still now?
Yeah.
Did Jamal get in trouble for this?
Not that I'm aware of.
First, I want to apologise to anyone I've been forced to record with a hidden camera. Sadly, people are terrified to tell the truth because of the potential consequences. But the truth still needs to be told.
Do you remember of any incident specifically with Jamal with girls?
Well, there was that one where he hit that girl with hockey stick, wasn't it?
Yeah, Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah.
I think of her name then.
Yeah, in Moscow.
Lovely little girl, that.
Yeah.
It was just rude to him, obnoxious, bloody nasty. No respect for ladies, no respect for girls.
Yeah.
Expected everybody to bow down to him.
Because he was to the side of me, so he tried pushing me, and so I quickly moved out of there because obviously I knew what he was like. He would have actually hit me and stuff. Yeah. So I moved, and then that's when he moved his arms as if he was going to try to slap my face back.
Okay.
And he did, but on that day he spat at you multiple times. Where'd the spit go?
Like literally all on my uniform outside and all down the school bag. Because when I went home I told Mum and my mum were disgusted in it. But the school said that because it was outside of school times, they can't really do much about it.
Okay.
He's a nasty little piece of shit.
Was he?
Yeah. And I told your solicitor that when she rung me.
Okay.
Horrible boy.
Is he?
Yeah. And it's all that.
What was he like at school then?
Nasty.
To
Everybody and anybody. He had no respect for women at all. None. And even staff.
no respect for him?
No. I told his solicitor all this on phone.
Okay.
Jamal grabbed him by his tie, literally threw him against the wall, cracked his head open against back at wall and just kept throwing him against the wall. This kid was out unconscious already. That's just malicious. That's just intent to kill.
Were they?
They had a young lad and a girl, and they were horrendous. The kids, they were just horrific. The couple of kids that they had, they used to bully the kids.
What, Jamal?
Yeah.
See, what was Jamal like though?
A dickhead.
Was he?
He came to isolation a few times. He wasn't perfect child.
No. He was portrayed.
Well, you know what job I did, don't you?
He was in isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In isolation loads of times.
Was he?
Yeah.
What was he like though?
Troublesome child.
Yeah.
He used to make up fucking stories.
He used to make up stories.
Yeah. At one stage, I think he said something to do with his sister. Somebody said something to his sister, and I was in isolation. And I just got come out, and he was waiting outside isolation and wanting to beat the girl up or something. I can't remember.
He wanted to beat the girl up.
That said something to his sister. Just 1 second, I'm just going.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
No, he used to lie a lot.
But this whole thing was built off what he said, and if he lied a lot, it's a big problem.
Was it?
He was quite a violent person.
He was a violent person?
Yeah. Like, so I was the year below and he was the year above.
Yep.
He used to, every time I walked past, try grabbing me and...
Every time you walked past him?
What happened with you and him?
In the toilet, he just comes up and tries wrestling and take it on.
What was that over? Nothing at all.
He did it in the majority of the day, every day.
Every day? But when you saw him? He just attacked you? Was he like that with lots of kids?
Not really, no.
Just certain kids?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm exactly the strongest person.
So he thought he could? No. Well, he just randomly attacked you? Yeah.
From the spot, anytime.
What about, your mum said something about he put something in between his hands?
Oh yeah, it was a compass. I remembered it yesterday, just as you went. It was a compass. It got a compass and he was going around like, when he got to me he went proper hard into me, made me bleed and everything, and I think it was Miss Ennis that proper gave him a telling off.
Okay. You know, you said, so say like that incident there, you said some girl said something to Jamal's sister and he waited outside to beat her up. Well, there are testimonies from several children who alleged they were being bullied by him. Younger children, little girls, mostly girls. Is Jamal the innocent victim you've been told? I gathered these testimonies over just a few hours filming in Huddersfield. I could have carried on.
Yeah, I was waiting outside isolation to beat the girl up.
And about the lies?
Yeah, I'd say about Jamal, he used to tell fibs. Several times he got investigated. And it just fucking turned out to be fucking lies.
The fact he always lied is a big point. The fact that you know that the police, the school investigated incidents where he said things happened, and they turned out to be made up.
Yeah, it was fibs. They couldn't have happened. It couldn't happen because I think one, the child wasn't even in school that he accused. I can remember.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm sure he accused us another guy called Jaden. I can't remember his last name.
Called what?
Jaden. He accused Jaden of something. And when me and Miss Ennis investigated, it was fucking bollocks.
Not very likeable, really.
No.
You know, about what he was going to do to sisters and what have you.
To Bailey?
To Bailey and to others.
Oh, and to others.
But not a very nice boy.
When you say, what was he going to do to the sisters?
Well, he told Bailey he was going to rape them.
Told Bailey he was going to rape his sister? Oh no, and I've tried to argue that it was in the public's interest for them to know the truth about Jamal.
Yeah.
And they
was just
retaliating.
Yeah.
You know, which most people do if somebody threatens their sisters.
Yeah. But Jamal seems like every kid I've spoke to that he attacked was younger.
Yeah, bully.
Jamal, who Jamal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding out.
Yeah. That's what I remember. He said he was going to stab him, so I think it was science or something.
Yeah.
If I remember. He said, yeah, so he goes to come and then, what are you saying now?
Because that thing of him getting caught with a knife in school, it's like, what? Caught with a knife and a screwdriver?
Yeah.
Bailey gets expelled for pouring a bottle of water?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Surely he gets...
You got a statement on that?
No, because there's things missing. But I've got his dad mention it in the minutes of a meeting. His dad mentions it in a meeting with the school. His dad mentions about them catching him with a knife and a screwdriver. His dad brought it up. I've got it in black and white.
Yeah, so you've got a good case there.
I've got it. Yeah, he got caught with a knife. They can't deny it.
You see, the truth was there for the media. It was there for celebrities and politicians to see. They could have told you the truth at the time, before some of you gave over £160,000 of your money to the poor victim, Jamal. Well, not so poor anymore. But none of this was true. A key part of this case is that I reported what I was told. Before my involvement in this story, a mother went online and said her daughter had been attacked by Jamal.
I contacted that mother. She sent me images of her daughter. She said her little daughter was beaten by 3 Muslim girls and that Jamal jumped in and bit her daughter on the head. She sent me the images of the bite marks on her daughter's head. I said, can I speak to you? Can I interview you? I rang the mother, but the child was too scared to talk to me.
She's scared.
Oh no, everyone's scared. A girl went online and said that she had been attacked by Jamal. Both of these victims deleted their comments. Why? Both of these victims had gone online and reported this before my involvement at all in this case. I simply reported what they were saying.
We revisited the mother's house to try and get confirmation as to why she backtracked on the story she had put out and the story she had told me.
I don't care if you're driving, Tommy Robinson's there.
Tell her not to worry, don't worry.
He said don't worry.
Yeah. So when you put online about Jamal, what happened? Like, what did you what happened? What was the response to that?
What do you mean?
I mean, did you receive any...
Did I receive threats? Yeah, I did.
What sort of threats?
Rape, all sorts, Tommy, all sorts.
And I'm just, because what I'm trying to understand is that, and is that, because what I've looked at, and then, because Jamal's solicitors are using a statement that you made saying that Jamal had nothing to do with it, but was that, I'm asking, was that in response to the threats you received?
Yeah.
It was, okay.
Liar. Straight, he was just a liar. Jamal telling fibs all the time. Several times investigated, found out that he was talking fucking shit.
I don't think the whole... But then I read Jamal reading what was blatantly a prepared statement on the news.
I don't feel safe at school. Sometimes I say to my dad, I don't want to go to school anymore. I was just crying, and I didn't do nothing because I respect the school rules.
Yeah, he used to break rules all the time. Yeah, he used to lie. He used to lie a lot. He lied several times. He lied several times. I caught him several times lying.
He's suing me for defamation for what I've said about him. And I'm finding out after teacher after teacher after teacher, he's far worse than what I said. Far worse. I mean, like, far worse. He was put up on a pedestal by every single media outlet, politicians, footballers, celebrities, boxers, everybody. He's suing me for defamation for what I've said about him. All I'm knocking on the door and asking teacher after teacher after teacher is what was Jamal like. And it's just flowing. It's just boom. And he was far worse than anything I said. Far worse. I find it insane. Because there is no way that all the things I'm now finding out, that no other journalist has found this out. They must have known what it was like, because it hasn't been hard.
But how they portrayed poor Bailey was disgusting. It really was.